or you can say the title of our project is Analysis of Denial. Okay, I'm reading this. I'm not memorizing. I'm reading this. The title of our project is Analysis of Denial of Service Attack and DAS Flooding Attack on Internet of Things Network. Let us start with what is denial of service attack. So a denial of service attack is a flooding attack. So flooding here means a huge number of packets. It could be hundreds or thousands or millions of packets will be sent to a target in a short period of duration in order to crash the target. The denial of service attack could be from anywhere. It could be coming from internal network or it could come from the external network. So what is the result? What is the result of the denial of service attack? Means here the loss of confidentiality, loss of availability. So the availability of a system will be lost. You have to be very strong in your words. Okay, you have to bold while speaking there. Usually, the denial of service attack was very common in local area networks, wide area networks, personal area networks. But nowadays, from the traditional network to the IoT networks, the denial of service attacks are moving. So there is nowadays plenty of denial of service attacks are happening in the 6LoWPAN network. 6LoWPAN network. That means it is a IoT network. So in our study, in this project, we studied about the IoT networks. That means the objective of our project. The objectives of our project is to investigate the effect of UDP flooding attack and DAS flooding attack on the IoT network, and to examine the impact of flooding attacks on the network performance. We studied the effect of flooding attack on various network parameters like average packets received, changes in the temperature of the device, average CPU power consumption, changes in the routing metric. So these are all the parameters we observe. If a UDP flooding or the DAS flooding is happening in a network, how these parameters are affected, we studied about this. Now, before going to explain our project, we want to clarify what is the difference between a UDP flooding and DAS flooding. Now, let us go for UDP flooding. This is an IoT network. So in this IoT network, all the IoT devices are connected with the sync node. Sync node is connected with the Internet of Things. Internet. Sync node is connected with the Internet. Now, let us assume node number 5 is a attacker. Now, 5 is going to broadcast the UDP packets. All the nodes within the radio range, of 5 is going to receive the packets. Then every node is going to process. They are going to process the packet. Then the packet will be discarded. So this is generally a UDP flooding attack. In UDP flooding attack, there is no reply. The nodes are not going to reply anything to the attacker. Okay, to the attacker, there is no reply. They are not going to reply anything to the attacker. So this is the DAS flooding attack. So what is a DAS flooding attack? Means in a IoT network, we use a routing protocol. Any IoT network, if you take, we use a routing protocol. The name of the routing protocol is RPL. RPL is a routing protocol used for the IoT networks. RPL is a distance vector routing protocol. So it is a lightweight routing protocol for IoT devices or IoT networks. In RPL protocol, so the RPL protocol is going to construct, it is going to build a graph. The name of the graph is called DODAG. So this is the name of a graph. Automatically, the RPL protocol is going to construct. or built, anything. RPL protocol, they use 4 different types of messages. 4 different types of messages the RPL routing protocol is using. So the first type of message is DIS. The second type of message is DIO. The third one is DAO. Then the fourth one is DAO acknowledgement. So these are the 4 different types of messages used by the RPL protocol. Now, here, if any node wants to join the network, okay, a new node is coming. For example, we take 5. If any new node wants to join the IoT network, means they will send the DIS packet to all, to the nearby nodes. Then the nodes within the radio range, they are going to give the reply. The reply is going to be DIO packet, DIO message. So in DIS flooding, the attacker is going to use this message, use this concept. The attacker is going to use this DIS packet and he is going to create denial of service attack here. Now, you take 5. 5 already joined the network. Okay, it is already joined the network. Now, he wants to create a denial of service attack. So what he is going to do? So the 5 is going to send the DIS packet. Simply he is sending the DIS packet. Everybody is going to send the DIO. Then again, he is going to send the DIS and DIO. So he is creating denial of service attack like this. In DIS flooding attack, okay, you will get the reply. That means the nodes will give the reply. The reply is going to be the DIO. So this is the difference between the UDP and DIS flooding attack. Now, next, we are moving to the topology. We are dividing our project into 2 parts. The first part is going to be the UDP flooding. The second part is DIS flooding. For UDP flooding, we created 4 scenarios. For each scenario, we have 2 test cases in each scenario. In the DIS flooding, we created 1 scenario. In that, we had 2 different test cases. Now, if you see the methodology, creating the scenario, this is the first step. The second step is creating the nodes. So here we have the attacker nodes, we have the sender nodes, and we have the sync node. So creating the 3 nodes, this is the second step. The third step is implementation. We implemented all our scenarios in Kuja simulator. So the Kuja simulator is available in the Contiki operating system. So this is a Linux operating system. Then we simulated all the test cases. All the test cases we simulated, and finally we collected the data. All the collected data we observed. So we focused on 5 different parameters: temperature, power consumption, routing metric, and number of packets. I'm not telling anything from my mind. I'm just reading it. See, temperature, power consumption, routing metric, and number of packets. So this is the methodology we followed in this particular project. Then I'm going for the implementation part. So in the implementation, the operating system we used is a Contiki operating system. We used Kuja software. Kuja is a IoT simulator, and we created all the IoT devices. That means that is called the nodes. We created the Sky modes. RPL protocol, network layer protocol. We use the RPL network layer protocol. That means the routing protocol. And our simulation area was just 100. Okay, not use the word just. Our simulation area is 100 meter into 100 meters. So that is the area we selected, and every test case we ran. So every simulators, okay, we run for 15 minutes. 15 minutes we run every simulator, and we collected the results. Now, if you see the implementation part, we have 4 scenarios: scenario 1, scenario 2, scenario 3, scenario 4. So in the first scenario, we don't have any test case. In the second scenario, third scenario, fourth scenario, we have 2 test cases: test case A, test case B. First scenario, no attacker, only a sync node and 10 sender nodes. We don't have any attacker here. So this is going to be the reference topology. Now, In the second test case, we have one attacker. In the third scenario, we had 3 attackers. In the fourth scenario, we had 5 attackers. So that means here 10% of the attackers, here 30% attackers, and here 50% attackers. So 10, 30, 50. In all test cases, the attackers were outside the sink, okay, outside the radio range of the sink. In all the test case B, the attackers were inside the radio range of the sink node. So this is how we designed our simulation. Now, I'm showing a piece of code. So this is just a small piece of code. We are not able to show the entire thing. So here, this is the part of the code where the time delay. That means in the UDP flooding, the packets will be sent between every 2 to 4 seconds. Okay, one packet will be sent. UDP flooding, in the UDP flooding, every 2 to 4 seconds. Okay, that means the gap, the time duration between the 2 packets is 2 to 4 seconds. So every 2 to 4 seconds, okay, a UDP packet will be sent by the attacker. Now, I'm going for the second part of my implementation, which is the DAS flooding. In DAS flooding, we have only one scenario with 2 test cases. So we created one attacker. So this is one attacker, and this one attacker is placed outside the sink, outside the radio range of the sink, and here it is placed inside the radio range of the sink. So this is our DAS implementation. So in the DAS, okay, as we already discussed, there will be a heavy reply. So every node is going to give a reply, but whereas in the UDP, there is no reply. Now, you can see a piece of code. So this code shows the time interval. You can see the time interval here. So we are maintaining 0 interval. That means continuously the DAS packet will be sent without any delay. So there is no gap between any things, okay, any 2 packets. So continuously the DAS packet will be sent. Now, the next one, we are going to show the demonstration. So we already, as we told, we have 4 scenarios, okay, 8 test cases we have. So we cannot show everything. We are going to show only 2 things. So one is in the UDP flooding attack, the 4th scenario, test case 1, we are going to show. And in the DAS flooding, first scenario, test case 1, okay, test case A. So test case A we are going to show, and here the test case A we are going to show, okay, or you can show B. So test case B we are going to show. Okay, don't show A, go for B. So only these 2 scenarios we are going to show it. Okay, we are going to demonstrate. Okay, somebody share. Okay, share the computer and you can show that. Then the next one is experimental findings. As far as experimental finding is concerned, okay, no need to use difficult words. Experimental findings. So what is our finding? The first one is, okay, received packets per node. So the received packets per node, okay, this is you have done very good way. Okay, in this way, up to this it is okay. I'm not very okay. I'm happy in this part. You are clearly explaining this. Okay, you can follow the same steps. So I don't want to interfere. But here, in conclusion, you have to be very strong. What is that? The study shows, or our work, what we did, our work shows. The study shows UDP flooding attacks and the DAS flooding attack, it affects the network performance. It affects the performance of the network. Okay, you have to be very bold and strong. Okay, because you proved, it is already proved. We already proved, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, we proved everything. So you have to be very strong. So the study shows, or our study shows, or this project, the result of our project is what we conclude here. Okay, what we conclude here, our study shows the UDP flooding attack and the DAS flooding attack, it affects the network performance of the IoT networks. Now, so what we suggest, okay, what we suggest means a proper security mechanism. Okay, a proper security mechanism is needed. It is must. You have to give more stress. Okay, here you have to tell very strong. A proper security mechanism is needed to protect the IoT networks from the UDP flooding and the DAS flooding attacks. So this is what we want to conclude in this study. So your presentation should be like this. I'm happy, but actually you are doing it around 60%, 70% you are reaching. I will give you another chance today. I need to see you. Okay.